Trump diplomacy is truly underway. Donald Trump is ripping up tradition. He's charting his own path. His team held their first bilateral meeting with India, which is a clear break from tradition, and President Trump made his first phone call to Saudi Arabia. He spoke to Crown Prince MBS Mohammed bin Salman, the de facto ruler of Saudi Arabia. He's the one that Trump called first after taking charge as president, and this too is a break from tradition, also a clear signal of Donald Trump's priorities as president. Interestingly, the White House has not reported this call, but the Saudi state media have. They say MBS promised a massive package for the U.S., an investment package worth around $600 billion. Let me put that in context. Saudi Arabia's GDP is $1.1 trillion, and they are investing 54% of that in the U.S. This will be done over the next 4 years. Chances are this is a quid pro quo, a return of favor. Remember, in his first term, Donald Trump broke tradition to visit Riyadh. Normally, U.S. presidents visit allies or neighbors in their first trip. Bill Clinton, for instance, visited Canada. George Bush visited Mexico. Barack Obama also traveled to Canada, and Joe Biden visited the UK. But Donald Trump went to Saudi Arabia. That was in the first term. Now he's back in office, so will he repeat that? Well, he has dropped a hint. He will go to Riyadh first, but on one condition: that Saudi Arabia announced investments in the U.S. That's his condition. Listen it.
So first foreign trip typically has been with UK, but I did it with Saudi Arabia last time because they agreed to buy $450 billion worth of our product. I said I'll do it if Saudi Arabia wanted it to buy another 450 or 500. We up it for all the inflation.
Well, you have to hand it to the Saudis. Trump asked for $500 billion on Monday, and by Wednesday Riyadh announces a $600 billion package. So the ball is now in Donald Trump's court. Let's see if he visits Riyadh again. But for the moment, let's also look at the big picture. What does this phone call mean for us Saudi ties, and what is Donald Trump hoping to achieve for the kingdom? This is a big victory. The Biden presidency was not good for them. It weakened their ties to Washington. Joe Biden had promised to turn MBS into a Perry. He also stopped selling weapons to Riyadh. Of course, the campaign did not last. Rising energy prices forced Joe Biden to make a U-turn. With Trump, there is no such issue. He loves MBS and the Saudi royals. Just think back to the Jamal Khashoggi episode. He was a Saudi dissident killed in the Saudi embassy in Turkey, reportedly on the orders of the Saudi prince. When the case came to light, every Western nation isolated the kingdom, but Donald Trump did not. Even when he left office, their relationship grew. The Saudis bailed out Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner. They invested $2 billion in his firm to keep it afloat. The Trump Organization also has investments in Saudi Arabia. Last month, they announced a new tower in Riyadh, their second in the city. So this relationship is not just political, it is personal, financial, and very much transactional. Now we can debate the ethics of it, but that is the reality, and MBS realized this very early on. In 2018, he was hosted by Trump at the White House. During a meeting, Trump pulled out a chart. It listed Saudi military purchases from the U.S. Trump rattled out the weapons and their price tag. Take a look.
Some of the things that have been approved and are currently under construction and will be delivered to Saudi Arabia very soon, and that's for their protection. But if you look in terms of $3 billion, $533 million, $525 million, that's peanuts for you. Should
So the equation is clear. MBS spends money in the United States, and in return he gets political support from Washington, which brings us to the second question that we're looking at. What is Trump's goal here? The biggest prize would be a deal with Israel. If Donald Trump can get Saudi Arabia to recognize Israel, it would be the deal of the century. Nobel Peace Prize. Tough, but for that MBS has some conditions like ending the Gaza war, which Trump has already done, security guarantees which Trump can give an A, Palestinian state which only Netanyahu can give a smaller prize, could be a tick-tock deal. A Saudi prince is apparently interested in buying it. His name is Al-Waleed bin Talal. His firm already has a stake in Elon Musk's X, and now he's keen on TikTok again. There is one condition: he doesn't want to buy the whole thing himself. He only wants a stake if Musk or another American buys it. Basically, he's willing to pitch in, but knowing Trump, his focus will be on the big prize, on an Israel-Saudi deal. But can he force Netanyahu to accept a Palestinian state? It will be a lot harder than the Gaza deal. You see, Netanyahu was betting a lot on Trump's return. He talked about taking the fight to Iran. He talked about toppling the Iranian regime. Saudi Arabia may not be too keen on their very of Iran-backed Houthis in Yemen. In the past, the Houthis have attacked Saudi refineries. If Thean is targeted, they could do so again. Plus, Riyadh has reset its ties with Iran. They have no reason to rock that boat, so Trump definitely has his work cut out for him. He's dealing with a vastly different West Asia from his first term. The players may be the same, but their priorities have shifted. Let's see if Trump's give and take tactic can cut through the complexities. Thanks for watching this video.